What is up, guys? Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Burnham, Nostalgic One here on the internet, and this is the Dungeon Crawler Report. We have a new game here. It is called Zavix Tower. This actually is a relatively new game. It just came out on March 11th, 2016 in early access on Steam. And full disclosure, I actually received a Steam code for this game from the publisher, Indie Voyage, and this is the second game I've received a code for so far, and I am deeply grateful to Indie Voyage for giving me a free game. And I just want to let you guys know that that I got this game for free, and that's how I'll be playing and reviewing and talking about this game. So full disclosure on that. I always want to tell you guys when I get free stuff like that, and it's special because I don't get free stuff like that very often because I'm a smaller channel, so that's really awesome. Yeah, so this game was published by Indie Voyage. They've also done a game on Steam called Reassembly, which is about spaceship building and exploration. And they're doing another game in a few months, an adventure game, which I guess has similar themes to this game. This game is developed by Batholith Entertainment, which is kind of hard to say, but they've also done a strategy RPG on Steam called Hydraulic Empire that came out last year, I think. And this game is more of an old school, it says right on their Steam page, an old school party-based first-person RPG with roguelike elements, which sounds right up my alley, right? Yeah, even in early access, seems pretty cool. I'm going to try not to be as harsh on it because it is in early access, but I have already noticed one bug. When I was playing in full screen, I'm playing in windowed mode now, but when I was playing in full screen, I alt-tabbed and it would just close. So don't play in full screen if you plan on doing something else at the same time, I guess, or save your game often, I don't know. But real quick, let's take a look at the PC specs, or options here. You can change your volume settings here, effects volume, let's lower that down too, actually. You do always have to hit apply to apply settings, and then when you hit apply, it closes out the options menu, so that's kind of annoying, but you know, whatever. Lots of resolution options. The graphics and quality settings were defaulted to medium when I started out, so I just bumped them up. And then there is a minor UI gripe I have with this game already. I hope they change this, but when you select an option for full screen, or I don't even know what multi-light refers to, but the button depresses, but then the other button kind of like shines out and is like, seems like it's the actual option that's selected, but the option that is selected is the one that's depressed and like grayed out. So that's a little confusing, but it's forgivable for an early access game, I think. So I didn't look at the credit screen yet. So these are the programmers. Yeah, small team here. Ethan McCauley. Cool. I'm guessing that means that this guy also did the sound effects and music? That's a little confusing too. I'm not sure who did the sound effects and music here. Okay. Anyway, let's get into the game. So we get to make a party. Perfect. We get to name our world, actually. That's pretty cool. We have the standard RPG party here: warrior, rogue, mage, priest, warrior / fighter guy. I don't know if these stats are random. You can switch between these guys here. You can change genders pretty easily. Whenever you change gender, it looks like you get a new random portrait, which is cool, but they're portraits of different races right now. I wish I could choose my race too, but I guess it probably doesn't have any gameplay implications right now, or it may not ever, which is cool. Wait, now I'm confused. It seems like sometimes when I press this button, it's changing gender, but it's not changing class. I can't tell when the priest is highlighted. There we go. I think it was messed up because I was messing around with the gender buttons. Okay. Yeah, some minor bugs here and there, but it seems playable at least. Yeah, I don't know if these stats are random or not. So let's... It's a warrior, so I guess we're going to bump up strength. I wish we had some tooltips here right now to tell what these stats actually do. But I guess we can make some assumptions. I'll bump up dexterity. We don't need intelligence or spirit. Whatever those are. We'll bump up stamina and strength, I guess. Rogue always goes for dexterity. And a little bit of strength, agility. It would be a shame if he doesn't need strength at all, but... something... I think I just found another glitch, but we'll go with it. So... Mage. I'm guessing he still needs spirit, but I don't know. Stamina probably affects health. How about the priest here? Spirit seems important. And stamina. And agility might just determine whoever goes first in battle. So we might want actually agility on all the characters. Yeah, it seems like whenever, even after spending points, whenever you select a new class, it gives you 5 more points available. So we could just kind of spam. Or maybe it just resets. Yeah, it seems like my changes are not getting saved here. That's a problem. And there's no, like... Oh, do I have to hit the accept button? It's way down here. Maybe I have to hit the accept button here. We'll just briefly try that. Character 1 is missing a name. Okay, so we have to pick a name for him first. Let's try this. Character 2 is missing a name. Yeah, it seems like these point allotments are not saving, which is a problem. I would not call that playable, unless maybe the game is just that easy. Seems like their name save function is not working properly either. Let's try this real quick and see what happens. Still has attribute points to spend. Wow. Okay, I did a little fiddling, and I think I figured out exactly, well, maybe not exactly how, but I figured out that there is a way to get through these menus without having the points reset exactly, so we're going to try and do that. Real quick, these are all the portraits that you have to select from, actually, if you just hit the change button here. So yeah, there's a lot of UI things they really have to figure out real quick, and these bugs are annoying, but if you do pick up this game, honestly, I wouldn't pick it up for $12 right now. It's on Steam sale, whatever it is. Full price, it is $15. So I would wait at least a couple more months to see the changes that they implement, because I'm sure that they know about this stuff already. I mean, when I was working on my game Blind Trust, we had UI issues all the time, and we still do in the main game even after we released. So yeah, it's not easy. Okay, so let's try this again real quick. So, but this stuff is definitely frustrating, and it makes reviewing and playing a game a lot harder, for sure. But, you know, we should go in with that expectation. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now it doesn't seem like I can select Regdar again. Okay, so if you use the portraits on the left-hand side, I think you can get to what you want a lot easier. So I wouldn't use these arrows down at the bottom. They seem to be broken right now. So we've got this thief girl here. Let's go. I do want to keep her as a girl. We'll go with that. Dexterity, agility. I do wonder about agility still. And put some points in strength, because I always like that. See what other wizard-like characters we have here with this. Let's call him Martin. just to reference Wizardry 8 again. Once again, intelligence. He's got a good enough stamina, I think. Agility. He might not need spirit at all, being a mage, so I'm not sure. And then we'll call her Merlina. I feel like she's still going to need intelligence and spirit, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, I wish I knew what the stats meant, but I guess we'll figure it out as we go. Let's try an experiment here. I've got 34 health right now. If I put a point into stamina, my health definitely goes up. Okay, so now I'm seeing that. And if I put a point into intelligence, my mana goes up. But that's really the only clue I have as to how these stats work. And I'm assuming that a priest is going to be casting spells, so I'm assuming that intelligence is a necessary, or is a good stat for her to have points in. So now it looks like we don't have any more points available, and we've named all our characters, and now we just have to name the world. And we're going to call this Mad World. Okay, the accept button worked. We're all good. Here's the story. In the bowels of the demon's world, known as Hell, a demon named Magranus has earned his way into the elite ranks of demon leadership. It is well known that demons seek power and notoriety, and Magranus is no different, but seeking power comes with the consequence of angering those that you take it from. Seeking power comes with the consequence of angering those... Yeah, that could use a re-edit. Magranus had helped conquer many worlds for his masters and grown in power quickly. However, in doing so, drew the attention of Tyrannildor, the Lord of all demons. Tyrannildor had taken a similar path through the demon ranks and was always wary of fast-rising upstarts. Wow, that's a lot of text. Blah, blah, blah. Go to Dalinar, homeworld of the humans, and reach the top of Zavix Tower, where you will find the most powerful artifacts that Dalinar has to offer. Bring me those artifacts, and I will make you one of my lieutenants. Okay, so... that's why Magranus is doing stuff. A lot more text. Cool. You guys can check that out for yourselves. Okay, so here's the town. The town is actually supposed to be persistent, which is what it says on the Steam page, which I'm guessing means that it's going to be... that it will change over the course of a lot of characters that we make, or it could mean that it will stay the same over a course of different games. If you play in the same world, maybe that's why you name the world, is so that if you play another game in the same world, it's going to be the same town, which is cool. So this is our standard kind of wizardry town. We have an inn, a tavern, cart, seems like a food shop, or maybe, yeah, the blacksmith is over here, so I'm assuming this is like food. We have a church, enchanter's shop, and an academy. So we do have some tooltips here, which is nice. Visit the academy to learn new abilities for your characters. Visit the enchanter to buff, reforge, or fuse your items. Visit the blacksmith for items and armor. Visit the inn to interact with your party. Spend your power shards to get permanent upgrades. Oh. So this is where we level up, I guess. Visit the tavern to recruit more allies. So this is like the training grounds, I guess. Visit the church to res your fallen characters. Maybe they didn't have enough room for resurrect there. I don't know. So we do have 0 power shards at the moment, which makes sense. We do have a full party already, though, and 50 gold. So I guess we should go spend some gold. Visit the academy. Or maybe this is where we level up? Now I'm confused. Spend power shards to get permanent upgrades. Visit the academy to learn new abilities. Okay. Buff, reforge, or fuse your items. So we should probably go to the blacksmith first. We do have some items here. How do we get into our character's inventory is what I want to know. So if you press escape, it just brings up this screen. I don't want to do that. I'm pressing random buttons to try and open my character screen. Okay, now we can see our characters here. So we can buy spells and abilities. Oh, you can actually buy abilities for all the classes. That's good. I like that. We can't afford anything right now, though, which is predictable. The cart. Oh, okay. So we can get a bigger inventory, better blacksmith gear. I'm guessing this is additional party members. Or we can resurrect somebody for 2,000 gold. So I hope we get gold quickly in this game. Or it is a roguelike, so I'm guessing we're going to die a lot. No one is dead. Yay! So that's literally all the church is for. Okay. Is this... I'm not sure what this is. This is like an extra storage. We can respec our characters. Oh, for 5 signets. I'm not sure what a signet is. That must be the gold piece. Okay. That's pretty cheap to respec all your stats. I'm guessing they'll change that. Looks like we have more slots for other characters. Yeah, so this... It definitely seems like it's like wizardry, the like old school wizardry where the town will persist beyond your first 4 or your first group of party members, which is cool. Enchanter's shop. I do like these shop screens, the backgrounds anyway. Again, the UI could use more tooltips, and the church is so plain. I wish the church did something else besides just resurrecting people. I'm sure it probably heals you if you're like poisoned or cursed or something too. I don't know. That seems likely. So there is stuff we can buy at the blacksmith, but I don't really know what to buy. Let's buy a magic... We can't buy the magic spear. I don't know if we have any weapons at all. Let's just go into the tower. So we have a rose. Back row can hit with extended and range. And it looks like there are like types of range. Third most likely to be attacked slot. This slot is in the back row, so you should use extended. Oh, okay. So if you're on the edges, you are more likely to be attacked than if you're in the middle, which makes sense. It's kind of like Wizardry 8. Second most likely to be attacked slot, but that's in the back row. In the front row, the front middle is the most likely to be attacked. So this is where you want your tank. That's really cool, actually. But I don't have 6 characters. I only have 4. So, and I can't drag... Oh, I see. So this is the priest, so we definitely want her in the back. And then we want our warrior in the middle. We'll put our rogue. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Put her over here. So, I don't know why they only start you with 4 characters then, if they have 6 slots for formation. I know you can get more party members later on, I guess, but I wish they would just let me start out with making a party of 6. Save formation. We have to name it. We'll call it the OG formation. We can choose our levels. We can only choose level 1, of course, right now. Let's get into the tower, actually. I know that took a while to get into the game, but I just want to check out everything. Must reach the stairs. Okay. Oh, this is nice. I like the art style. Controls. I don't know what that previous thing said. Press ASDW to... So, this is another small thing. The proper order of these letters is WASD, right? Not ASDW. Then press... I mean, that's just like... It's not unchangeable, but that's just like how everybody knows it. Press Q and E to turn. Okay. Tooltips. Hovering over most UI elements after the tutorial will pop up tooltips that will tell you more about itself. Top up tooltips that will tell you more about themselves. Menus. These buttons open up the various game menus. Hover over them to get more info on each. The minimap. This is your minimap. If you click it or press M, it will pop up a larger version. You always have to hit continue, I guess. Wow. So this is the minimap. I was kind of hoping it would be a larger map, but we can't really see anything else, right? Oh, so this is like a 3x3 room here. Okay. I do like the tile-based... Like, the idea of a tile-based roguelike RPG is really cool, I think. I mean, like, of course, all the old roguelikes are tile-based. Rogue is tile-based. NetHack is tile-based. But, like, you can have a party in this game. That's cool. We have bags. Leaderboards. Really? That's cool. So, it looks like there are a lot of other players for a early access game. That's really cool. Some guys got into floor 79. So, we have to beat that today. No. It's probably not going to happen. Character screen. So, I don't know why this is grayed out. Because this is, like, the most important screen. And all of the other menus have, like, shiny yellow icons. Oh, that's cool. They actually give you arrows on the sides. But, like, all of the other menus have shiny yellow icons, but the character screen has this kind of gray clay figure thing. So, I wish that was different. I'm probably going to make a lot of unfair gripes about the UI, which I'm sure you guys have figured out already, but I'm sorry. Options. Health bar text. Value or percent. We'll leave it at value. That makes sense. So that's another cool option there. We can actually change the controls from this screen. Character log, logbook, high scores. Okay, so that's cool. I appreciate that. This is another thing. I wish exit game was not at the top. Return to the game should be at the top. Exit game should be at the bottom. Just because this is the easiest. This is the one that catches my eye, right? This is the easiest one to hit. Naturally, and this is the hardest one to hit. So exit, those should be reversed. Just from a UI design standpoint. And I'm not a UI or UX designer at all. I just know what feels right. So just after playing so many games. So we click to open a door. Cool. And that automatically adds to our map. And the area behind us gets darker as we go on. So that's cool. I'm scared already. Everything looks pretty samey. So... Okay, battles. Battles are where your party gets tested. Battles have a maximum of 8 mobs, and their difficulties will vary greatly on higher floors. On easy battles, it may be best to conserve your mana so that you have more for the harder fights. Okay. Mana regen. Normal mana regeneration only happens after battle is based on your spirit. Oh, see, this is important. See, now, I wish I had put points into spirit for my mage, because it affects mana regeneration. If you find yourself out of mana often, try adding more spirit to your characters. Of course, we can respec for 5 gold, so that's nice. Signets. Some classes also have talents that give them ways to regen mana during battle. These talents are highly recommended for new players. Probably veteran players, too. Turn queue. This is the turn queue. The order is determined by each unit's speed. When you hover over abilities, an arrow will show you where your unit will end up in the queue if the ability is used. So... It never said anything about speed in the stats menu. And, you know, I'm assuming that agility affects speed, but I don't know. So, I wish I had known that. Whether or not that affects speed. Skill book. All of your hero's skills are in his skill book. You can use skills straight out of the skill book or drag them to your skill bar for easy access. That's cool. That's similar to Might and Magic X Legacy, I think. The skill book is only available while in combat. Makes sense. This is your skill bar. Also known as your quick bar. You can drag your skills from your skill book to your skill bar for easy access. Okay, that was a lot of tutorials. I kind of wish the skill bar was available out of combat too, so I could mess around with it anyway. We only have 3 skills right now. Evasion, backstab, and basic attack. Cool. Pass turn takes half turn, speed, W. So if we press W, it'll pass our turn. If we press I for some reason, it brings up the skill menu. Okay. So whose turn are we on? We're on the rogue. Oh, okay, so I'm guessing depending on which character we're on, it'll show up a different skill bar. Okay, that makes sense. Just like Might and Magic X. So we're gonna backstab the this guy. Cool. The monster models actually look pretty good. I like it. Taunt. Taunt forces the unit to focus this character with all offensive abilities, even if the taunted unit will otherwise not be able to attack the taunting unit. There was a similar ability in Might and Magic X Legacy, and I think there was a similar like Power Strike type move. How much does this do? 10 to 15 damage. So we can kill the goblin outright. Our basic attack does 5 to 9, so we probably will just be able to kill with a basic attack. And we got... Oh, he probably has some kind of defense, but I think we got a little unlucky. I feel like we're too far away to attack, but maybe not with the priest. Let's try it. 1 damage, of course. I should have guessed that. Let's kill her. Him. That was a nice animation, like a death animation. I would kind of assume that after you kill one row of enemies that the back row would move up to the front row, like in Darkest Dungeon, but like that's not a necessary thing by any means, I don't think. So backstab always does 7 to 11, deals above average damage, as it should. Couldn't backstab the slime. Yeah, I didn't see anything about like accuracy either, so I'm not really sure how that works. Let's Power Strike though. 7. So slime is pretty tough. Doesn't look like we have to heal anybody yet. Dodged. Frostbolt does 9 to 15. It's a direct damage frost spell that also slows the mob's speed for 3 turns. Seems good. Nice. And the particle effects, well, I don't even know if it's a particle effect, but the spell effects are pretty cool too. If they're a little plain looking, but that's okay. Let's kill him. Nice. Victory. We got a basic chest item. Cool. So if we open up our bags here, let's see if this will be beneficial for anybody. Looks like people already have a chest item already, but this gives +2. So let's give that to... Who? Chain armor. Oh, all these icons are the same. But the warrior has chain armor, the rogue has leather armor, and the mage and priest both have cloth armor? Yes. So we'll give the priest cloth armor, or the basic chest. I'm guessing we have to like identify this now, or maybe it's just early access so they haven't named it yet, but whatever. So we have more choices of doors here. Yeah, that's not really a large map, is it? There's no real point to using the mini-map right now, but I'm sure they'll change that. The door is blocked, you'll need to find something to open it. Yeah, so I noticed that this door looked slightly different than the other doors on the mini-map, so you can kind of tell which doors are blocked already, based on the icon, but it's kind of hard to tell right now. So lots more doors. Stairway. Oh, so that was the first floor. And it looks like we got a shard, which is nice. And we got a bunch of items. So we could go back to town now. Or we could go... I kind of want to just go down to the previous floor and explore the rest. So we'll go on to the next floor for now, and then I think we'll just head right back down. So it looks like it's generating these floors randomly, which is really cool. And this floor looks different than the previous one. But we can't go back to the previous floor, unfortunately, it seems like. So we might get destroyed. What is this? Whoa. Okay. I think we're gonna die here, but oh well. Or somebody's gonna die. Let's backstab the wolf. I think we can taunt. I wish we could taunt both. I'm assuming this is gonna taunt both, or no? I wish we could taunt both units, but maybe our best plan of attack is just a really good offense here. Okay, this time he moved up. Last time he didn't move up into the front row, so I guess that's what's supposed to happen. Renew, 5 to 8 tick damage. Renew is a hot that heals every turn. So instead of a dot, it's a hot for 3 turns. Let's just do heal. And fireball. I'm wondering if, since he seems to be like a fire-based character, if it's not doing maximum damage, but I don't really know. Looks like we're out of mana. And it seems like, yeah, all characters have... I should have noticed this before, but every character has mana, not just the spellcasters. So I should have realized that intelligence was or it was was it spirit or intelligence? It was both. I should have realized that intelligence and spirit were going to be important for all characters to an extent, but damn, that sucks. Okay. Fireball. He's almost dead. Yay. Okay, I wish we could go back downstairs, but it seems like we can handle what's on this floor. I don't know why we can't go back down to the dungeon. I guess they just haven't implemented that other staircase yet, or maybe it's somewhere else on this floor and we just have to find it. Which I'm guessing is the case, but it seems like some of these doors are blocked based on how good your skill is. Or something. Like this looks like the... was it strength? Like this looks like one of the icon... Oh shit. I really didn't mean to do that. Okay. Well, we know... Oh, these guys seem a lot tougher now. Runes. I don't know what... Increases physical damage by 30%. Oh, okay. So, each room... Some rooms might have runes that affect the stats of the minions, like the enemies, or I'm guessing it affects my party as well. I'm guessing it affects everybody. Or it might just affect my team. It would suck if it only affected their team. But I'm guessing that's not the case. So let's attack this guy. Yeah, we might die here. Let's try the renew spell and see if that helps at all. Frostbolt on this guy. Slow him down. The bat actually did a lot of damage there. Hopefully we can slow down the rest. Yeah, he's probably gonna die. He is getting more health every turn, but... let's slow down the bat. I don't really want to taunt, because I don't want him to... Well, I can taunt now, but... Let's just power strike. Damn. I wish he had better accuracy. I don't know what affects that, though. Probably dex. Because the rogue seems to be hitting almost all the time. The warrior has definitely missed a few attacks here. Okay, he's almost dead. And the warrior is still getting health from renew, which is good. So we're doing pretty well, even though we're still level 1, or whatever. Yeah, we're all level 1. Heal. Crossbow. So you definitely get into a rhythm pretty quickly, and you can use, I think you can, yeah, you can just use the number keys instead of clicking around if you want, but whatever. Feels a lot like Might and Magic X, which is cool, because I like the combat system in that game. We did get a magic spear, which seems good. Let's see who can use the magic spear. Looks like the mage, maybe? Yeah, it's only really comparing it to the staff. So the mage or the priest? I'm gonna give it to the priest, just because she'll be melee attacking more often, probably. Can't tell which slot is her... Oh, it's this one, duh. Okay, cool. Yeah, that seems a lot better. And we got some magic pants. That's pretty great. Let's give the magic pants to somebody on the front line, I think. Let's give them to the warrior. So, yeah, our warrior only has a dex of 2, so that might be why he's missing so much. So we might want to respec our characters if we ever make it back down. We actually have a lot of talents here. Garrot. Increases the damage of Garrote by 3% weapon damage per tick. So that's like a bleed effect. Evasive maneuvers will now gain more dodge rating from agility, 5% per point. That's cool. Energize. Oh, we actually have skill points we can spend. I didn't even notice this. We can respec at any time, it seems like. We could respec him right now. I'm just going to continue with this for now. So, Battle Rage will now gain mana when taking damage. Increases for every point spent. That's a really cool version of Battle Rage. I like that. Improved armor. We can improve the taunt or the bash. Bash now does 10% weapon damage per talent point. So is there durability in this game? Weapon damage probably just means weapon damage with a weapon. So let's do... I do kind of like the idea of Battle Rage. 5% more armor per point spent. Let's do armor and Battle Rage. And then... Energize. Your rogue will now gain mana when using basic attack. Increases for every point spent. That seems good. Let's do dodge and... more dodge rating from agility. Kind of like Garrote. Let's do that. Smite. Increases damage of Smite by 2% per talent point. Your priest will now also gain spell power from Spirit. Increases for every point. That's cool. Let's do both of those. Mana Spring. Your mage will now also gain mana regen from Intelligence. Increases for every point spent. Increases Frostbolt damage by 2%. Let's do this, and Frostbolt just seems outright better than Fireball, unless there's some kind of like elemental thing I'm not seeing that's going on, which might be the case. So this has like a potion icon, so I'm guessing like spells will be more powerful in that room. Let's just go into a normal room. Actually, we might want to heal first, if we can. We might not be able to heal outside of combat, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think so. There's another one of those rooms. Doesn't seem like we ever fight inside the corridors, which is nice. There aren't really random battles. Just seems like some rooms have battles and some don't. So that's another one of those. Let's just check out the normal rooms. Oh, we found a chest. Nice. And there's no traps on that chest. No idea if there are traps on other chests in the game, but there might be. Let's switch out our inventory here. We have magic shoulders. Let's give those to our front line again. Just everything on top of the tank makes sense. So yeah, I haven't done too much else besides do some basic battles, but by this point I think you guys have a pretty good idea of how this game works. It actually seems really cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to it, seeing what happens after early access. I don't think it's quite worth $15 right now unless you're willing to put up with some UI issues that might cripple your game, but it's definitely not something that you can't get around. Just something that you might have to figure out on the fly, and I'm sure that people have posted like tutorials in the discussion forums or anything. I just basically went into this game blind without knowing much else than what is on the like Steam page blurb and a little bit about the publisher and the developer, but beyond that, it wasn't actually that bad of an experience for an early access game, especially for like a really small studio. Like the fact that this was made by let's just exit the game actually. Listen, we can always go back into our world. The fact that this was made seemingly by like 3 people is really impressive. Patch notes coming soon, so that's nice too. So yeah, this just came out in March, so it's only really been in early access for a couple months or a few months. So yeah, really looking forward to the improvements on Zavix Tower. And if you guys do check it out, please let me know. And once again, thank you to in Indie Voyage. I forgot the name for a second there. Thank you again to Indie Voyage for giving me a code to the game. I know that's really great, and it's not always fun to have your game kind of ripped apart when it's in early access. So I'm sorry about that, but I feel like it's fair to you guys that are watching and potentially want to check out the game. So yeah, in conclusion, I'm Nick Burnham, more Nostalgic One, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.